Welcome to everyone. This is Nick Michalak, the scintillating Steve Frazier,
Whoa, hey.
the exceptional Trent Zuberi.
Oh, wow.
And
Great.
guys, it's Die Hard with a Vengeance. So guys, we're going to have a fun time. You should get your subtitles turned on and your timestamp to 0. And we'll sync you up with a little countdown here to get going. So enjoy the ride. And in 3, 2, 1, play.
A beautiful 20th Century Fox release.
I've been seeing a lot of you two lately.
I love this movie. I'm going to put that out there right now.
I have not seen
good.
this movie in many years.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it. I bought it on, I remember watching the theater. Also bought it on VHS. Watched the hell out of it on VHS. Like, I love it.
This is the one I've seen the least out of the
Really?
three.
Yeah, me too.
Not because I disliked it,
Yeah.
just because I never got around.
It's a very different feel than the first two movies.
Yeah. The 2 was one I had seen the least, but until we did it, I'm like, man, this really was great.
I love 2.
2 is phenomenal. Like, I forgot that 2 was that good.
I also think it's interesting that each one takes place in a different city.
Yeah. And now he's
Another
actually
good
within
one.
his jurisdiction this time.
Yeah. I love the summertime. You know, now we're in the summertime.
Right. It's
Yeah,
not Christmas anymore,
No.
folks.
Yeah, exactly. Part of the difference of feel of it. It's a city spanning story. It's a different time of year.
This is 95.
May of 95.
We're coming up on the 25th
We're just-
anniversary.
Just
yeah.
about.
Wow.
Yeah.
25 years just like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
It's remarkable.
No,
again, no opening credits on this, but
It goes
this-
right in. Another
right.
one. I
But
love
the screenplay is also sort of adapted into the franchise thing because it was originally written.
Good.
Hello!
Nice. Look at that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Like, they done blew up a whole city block.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll divert for a second because I guess this came about a month after the Oklahoma City bombing,
Oh, really?
and there were like McTiernan and a couple other people were kind of like back and forth. Do we want to push it back? Do we want to edit a little bit because it's all about terrorism on home soil?
Oklahoma City was on April 20th.
Mhm.
I remember
Yeah.
very distinctly. We were all in high school at the time.
Yeah,
And this came out in May, so
Yeah.
1 month,
Yeah.
almost to the day.
Yeah.
Actually, I had not gone into high school yet. I was still
Oh.
in 8th grade.
Oh,
I
get
graduated.
outta
You're-
here.
you're-
Yeah.
He's a year
You
younger.
guys
but
got a year on me.
But,
I graduated that June from 8th grade.
But I think it was mainly 20th Century Fox saying, "This is a fictional movie. We're not depicting any real life events.
Yeah.
We're going to go through with it as planned."
It's one of those things where, like, it's very difficult when you've invested writing and everything to lead to something, and then something outside of your control happens.
Right.
For you to divert your entire plan.
Well-
you know, it's tough.
If you recall, and maybe you don't, the entire marketing behind the Spider-Man movie
Oh yeah.
was completely changed because in the trailer for Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire sets a web between the towers of the trade
Yes.
center.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
did it entirely solely produced for the trailer sequence.
Yes. Yeah.
And I recall I was in the theater business at the time on the 12th of September. I had to go in and remove all the marketing
Really?
for Spider-Man
Yeah.
because they killed
Roll
it.
up all the
Wow.
They
posters,
killed the posters, the
Yeah, 'cause
trailers,
there was-
everything.
Twin
Wow.
Towers and the reflection of the eye of the mask.
Yep,
and
everything.
So,
So-
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
So
they
it
got-
is possible to completely, like in a day. Now, granted,
But that was a that
I
was-
mean,
Yeah,
at the time, Oklahoma City was like the biggest news.
yeah.
Thinking how is anybody going to top that? Well,
Oh, well, anyway. But back to the screenplay, because originally the thing was...
sorry.
It was originally written as his own standalone action film called Simon Says. Mm-hmm. They were kind of eyeing...
That's a great title.
Originally eyeing Brendan Lee for it.
really.
Yeah. Probably a little more like 91, 92
I
or
say
so.
I love the look the Chief's giving him here. I love the face he's making. Like,
But yeah, it was probably written around maybe 91, 92 or something like that. But it got bought by Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It was going to be rewritten as Lethal Weapon 4.
are you serious?
Right. But then they put in turnaround. They didn't do anything with it, so then it gets bought by Fox here,
Uh-huh.
and they make this.
No kidding. I had no idea. That's
So
fantastic.
a lot of ways, whenever I watch this in the past, like I can see how this could be Lethal Weapon very easily.
Yeah.
Because even the screenwriters, I guess, on his own commentary track with McTiernan on this, basically says, aside from altering the characters to fit within McClane into the franchise and everything, the first hour of the film was basically the original script, almost beat for beat.
No kidding. Do you think the summertime aspect plays into that? Because like the previous two are in the winter.
Right, maybe. So,
this is great. I love the characters here are great. The chief, I don't know this actor who's playing the chief here. He's great.
He's good.
The captain. He's fan. I've seen him in little things here and
Finally,
there.
a cop with a mustache.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yes.
Great mustache. 699 to 1, lucky number. That plays in later.
Yeah.
And that guy's been in a bunch of stuff too.
He is. He's a really famous Native American actor. We're gonna get some names here.
Go for it.
I'm gonna look these up while we're going along.
Maybe Summer's got all the answers. You can tweet her.
We do tend to call on phone a friend Summer Zuberi every time we get together.
Listen, I need some insight here on this guy. Where are they now?
Was dossier from somewhere.
Graham Greene is the
that tattoo we talked about
it is
in
Graham
the first
Greene.
film. I looked up some stills of Bruce Willis in other films where he's bare sleeves. That tattoo is only for Die Hard.
Really?
Okay.
It's designed only for McClane. He doesn't have that in real life.
What is it? Can you make out what it is?
It's some kind of like skull with a top hat type of thing, something along those lines.
And it's only for here, huh?
They designed it only for him for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm sure that they just did it for the first movie, and then once they realized that they made a sequel, they were like, "Oh shit, we got to put it back on him."
Even then, in the second film, he's wearing long sleeves the whole time, so
it's true.
Oh yeah, I guess he is.
Yeah.
Are we sure he doesn't take his shirt off at some point? I'd have to go back and rewatch.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
Walter Cobb, great actor. I like him a lot. He was a.
Yeah, McClane's all down and out in this movie.
Yeah, he's definitely beat the fuck up in this movie.
Well, he's hungover. He's been suspended. He's not with Holly anymore.
No, you get all that in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
You know,
and the Simon character has demanded
McClane jump through his hoops,
be dropped off in Harlem. Is it
right?
Harlem.
Across 110th Street, as we all learned from Jackie Brown. And wearing the sandwich board.
Yeah.
This was as a kid. You didn't see a lot of what we're about to see here. I mean, you didn't see a lot of this, and I was 14 watching this, thinking like, "Holy crap!" Like people like just having that what we're about to see put out there.
Yeah.
Was pretty intense at the time.
Yeah.
But it was like they didn't shy. Oh god. The thing is, I appreciate they didn't shy away from using it to tell a story. At the same time, it's like the intensity of what we're about to see because of it is higher because and it's crazy. Like you think about it, you're like that's kind of nuts. What we're about to see here. Sam Jackson.
Actually, yeah, a lot of what we're about to see is insane. And does not play well in 2020.
Right, exactly. Sam Jackson coming off of Pulp Fiction here.
Yeah, I would say this is probably Sam Jackson's considering he's much more of a central lead in this whole thing. I think this is mainly the first thing that really just starts launching him further.
Well, this is the beginning of Sam Jackson saying, "Hey Sam, here's a script. I'll do it. Well, you didn't tell you what it is. I'll just do it anyway."
And there's apparently a quote saying "This is probably the closest to my real personality of any character I've played."
Yeah, I remember he did a string of movies every other month was a Sam Jackson release.
Oh yeah.
After this,
yeah.
I was like, "What in the world?"
I mean, the guy knows how to get work.
No shit.
And make money.
Damn straight.
The hustle is amazing because you look at from Pulp Fiction on.
Oh yeah.
Especially 95 to 2003 or 5, 10 years, 2005. He was in a ton of shit.
Oh yeah.
Tons of shit.
And well, I feel like I would disagree, Nick. I feel like Pulp Fiction is really the one that.
Well, no, I'm just saying
made him a household name.
I think that made him the household name.
I'm just saying that he's a central lead in this film. He's partnering up with the main movie star of the movie this whole time. Mm-hmm. I just feel like if this doesn't happen after Pulp Fiction, he might not get as much traction. This is the next thing up on his career that puts him further on the track.
Yeah. Well, Pulp Fiction, I feel like, was the thing that really
Right.
gave him
Gets
that,
him
like,
noticed.
Gets him noticed and got that.
But this
'cause
this next thing that maintains.
It validated. Maybe?
Right.
Maybe.
Because he'd been working for almost, 10 years? That
Right.
No, well, maybe
Not
not really.
10, like 7
Close-
years? Until Pulp
89 was Coming to America, which was his first speaking role, I think.
Was his first speech?
And he was like 40 then.
Was he really?
Yeah, he's
in
a
the
late-
Yeah, he's like 75.
He's like a
now,
late
right?
start. Yeah.
he is a late start actor.
He's a late start. He's the Diamond Dallas Page of acting.
Hey, I'm 35. Let's start now. Yeah, this
How? First of all, I don't even know if you could write the word nigger in a movie today. I don't know. I don't think you could.
Well, of course, in the TV version, they digitally
I hate
alter the
everyone.
sign.
Oh, do they?
I think it's like "I hate people" or something like
I've
that.
seen it say
It's as purposeless as possible.
I've seen it
There's
say,
no context
I
in
hate
the
everyone, I hate everything.
Something,
you
yeah.
name
It's
it,
as bland as it could get.
This right here, the Discovery.
The this I feel like is the complete opposite of everything that Sam Jackson has ever played, because Sam Jackson's normally this guy. You know what I mean? Like the one, he's being very calm
For now.
Right.
He's a nice, hidden, discovery of a hero in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Pawn shop owner just becomes this cohort to this cop.
Yeah.
Man. I love the heavy breathing. He just looks like he's hungover. He's in this shit.
See, today the confrontation wouldn't happen. Someone would have shot him by now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ain't nobody carrying knives anymore.
And
either.
nobody's
No.
throwing it like that.
And that was an underhand. It was a granny throw.
Yeah.
No kidding. This is about to be bad.
Yeah, I agree. Now that I would buy.
Yeah.
Some douchebag throwing a basketball. The you're right though. Somebody would definitely have been shot at this
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, he's in it now, right?
Yeah.
This is bad. What? No. I think I reminds me a lot of the shopkeeper in was it Above the Law when they break into no please, destroy my god damn it, why me? I love the why me innocent bystander in action movies. How the fuck did I get wrapped in this shit? This is bad. Jesus. I love when he references the fact that he's like, those guys are looting my store right about now, thanks to
I
you."
was gonna say, I mean, am I the only one that would be worried about my business that
Yeah.
is now left vacant? His name is Zeus. Oh,
That's a very Sam Jackson line. Don't fuck me, I'll shot a lightning bolt up your ass.
Oh, lightning bolt.
Zeus. Under no circumstances would any character in Lethal Weapon 4 have been named Zeus.
It takes a lot of balls to name your kid Zeus. You name your kid Zeus and he turns out to be a wimp. You're like, God damn it, what the hell am I going to do here? If you're naming your kid Zeus, he's got to be a total badass.
Yeah.
He's got to be like a Dino Bravo type
Oh,
badass.
good Christ.
Oh, Christ.
That's a little tie into an inside joke there, folks. But if there's any Dino Bravo fans out there.
There aren't.
No.
Not even Mr. and Mrs. Bravo.
Poor Bravos.
You got a cigarette?
Oh, Steve. Bad. All right. The Shrink. Frank Schiller, the Shrink. We got a full name for Frank Schiller there, the Shrink.
He looks like a cop
does.
shrink,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
100% looks like a cop shrink. Yeah, I don't know. They're paying this guy for that type of advice. I don't know, but what I do know is it has something to do with you.
Yeah.
I think we got that part already,
Right.
Frank.
You're right. Do you remember that part about 10 minutes ago where the guy said, "I specifically want this gentleman"?
What are we paying you again there, Frank? 6 figures for this? I do like the tie-in. I do like the Simon aspect of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets fun. I mean, from a twisted way, it gets pretty fun. So
Simon Says is a much better title, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that concept could even work now as a movie. Put on a Simon Says, villain movie now could be interesting.
Wasn't there a Dennis Rodman movie that was called Simon Says? With like a Z at the end of
SEZ
it?
or something.
It was like 99 or 2000.
Oh, God. It was.
I never saw it. It's probably terrible.
Oh, God.
But I love Double Team, man. That thing's schlock as hell.
Schlock.
Him and Van Damme.
Jeez. Resurgence in like Rodman.
No.
Nowadays with like
Dennis Rodman. The real hot rod.
He's been making like the convention circuit lately, so there's like this resurgence.
Rodman?
He was at that one you got Hogan's signature.
He was
at.
there.
Yeah.
Rodzilla, brother. I walked into a Lou Malnati's, and there was a guy wearing a Dennis Rodman NWO shirt, and I was like, the Rodzilla shirt. And I walked up to the
You
guy,
could
I'm like,
put that on eBay.
I was like, I haven't seen that damn shirt in 20
fucking years.
And the guy's like, thanks, man. I've had it since 98. I'm like, I'm sure you have.
Can we talk about the legal issue of the cop, like,
Mixing
and
dynamite.
exploding this
chemicals.
in the station?
Yes.
I mean, it was a cool demo.
Yeah.
Don't
This
get me
guy's
wrong.
way
It's
too
like,
excited to be.
This is a mad bomber in the making.
Yeah, seriously. Psychopath. There we go. You know what's funny? Even the glass, like the eyeglass frames, you can tell are timepieced.
Yeah.
I could tell that's a '90s movie just from his eyeglasses. Just those frames.
I don't know enough about eyeglasses to be able to date that.
Once you really start paying attention to that, you'll know. Like once you really start nitpicking the eyeglasses, you're like, yeah, you know what? You're right. They look different nowadays. Here we go. The trace starts. I like
The mustache on this guy.
Yeah.
It's got the little twist at the end. Just a little bit.
Great
Not a lot. Just a little bit.
It's a great push broom mustache. Fantastic. Pitch.
I love the aspect of like riddles.
Yes, I love it. Imagine turning that up a notch. Like the way movies are made now with that like over the top twisted shit. Like these are pretty simple. There was a couple only in this. It wasn't that many really. Maybe a handful.
There's a few. Well, there's a few. They played it well enough.
I think it's often enough to keep the continuity throughout the show.
Definitely.
Right.
Imagine making it more complex, like a movie where you did make it even more complex.
There's another movie that's going to come out about a month after this one that has a character in it called the Riddler that has fewer riddles in it than this movie.
Let's figure that one out.
Yeah.
Click. I'm a big sucker for like the look at the phone after you you look at the phone and discuss like what the fuck just happened here.
All of this is lost on today's generation,
Oh yeah,
in my opinion.
I love looking at the receiver. Like, you gotta be kidding me! Like as if the person who just pissed you off is facing you in that receiver.
It's like what the fuck?
Is that a cop trophy
Look at the
there?
quickness she picks his phone up with. Look at this. Watch this. Look at that.
Wow.
I always remember that.
Yeah.
She snapped at
Give
it.
me a quick
Goddamn
draw.
phone.
Look at the gold watch.
I don't know
on
why I
him.
remember that.
Is that a Rolex?
That's his 20-year anniversary watch. It's not the Rolex yet. You get the Rolex at 30.
They give you a watch, they kick you in the butt.
Yeah. That's right.
This is nice. This is nice.
That's what good criminals do,
That's right.
actually.
They think ahead.
I mean, we're so early in this, but it's such a great thing that the villain they craft for this thing is very, very intelligent.
Yes. Well, it's Jeremy
That
Irons.
this entire jumping through hoops, riddle stuff, it's keep the cops busy and draw them to where he wants to set up his crime.
It's great. It is.
Everything with
really
McClane is kind of ancillary to the entire thing he's attempting to do in the film. So they're kind of he's misdirecting everyone.
It's
great though. Like that's such a kind of a brilliant storytelling technique.
Look at John just getting frustrated right away. I mean, we're 10 minutes in here.
Well,
he's already lost it.
He's grinding it back to the guy.
He's a hothead. We learned that 2 movies ago. Another Inspector Cobb. I've seen Inspector Cobb's in another movie. I feel like that's a very Cobb Inspector name.
I don't know anything about watches.
But?
No.
Well, I don't know. Somebody brought up the watch, and I asked if it was a Rolex. I don't know. Now I'm looking at it. I don't know how to identify a Rolex just from this far away.
You could tell me it's a Rolex, and I'd believe you.
AT&T.
I can tell you that phone's an AT&T. That's 1995 product placement there. Slightly out of focus.
I was gonna say
at the edge of the frame.
Are we sure that that's?
I'm just making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Psychologist here is listening to all the little clues that everybody can figure out.
Yeah.
And Sam Jackson's like rolling his eyes. Everyone else is like listening intently.
Yes.
And Sam Jackson's like, I don't have
fucking
time
white
for this.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, what a fucking expert you are.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's getting paid $150,000 for that. Minimum.
Then
$95. That's like $300,000 right now.
Oh, God.
For what?
There you go.
All he did is he spoke German. Yeah, I caught the accent too there, Doc.
Yes.
You call your Fort Knox. Well, if he's German, it wouldn't be his goddamn Fort Knox.
I like this bit.
Yep.
He's got the chest hair peeking.
Yeah.
Got his badge and title back.
He just wants the validation. Don't just put the badge on there and make it passive. Yep. I want you to make a statement saying, yes, you were back on the job.
Yep.
Would, interestingly...
Look at that. Look at those eyeglasses.
He was looking at some Malcolm X. So...
yeah.
Borrowing a little bit of that Denzel look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it just now occurred to me after we talked about it for 15 minutes, but they both came off of Pulp Fiction immediately before this.
Holy shit. Exactly. I didn't think about that.
I didn't either.
One cross scene, right? They had one cross scene in the bar.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like they did have one,
but they didn't interact. They were just in the same scene.
I think so.
In the bar when they met Marcel.
Willis and Travolta have more of it because Willis blows them away.
Willis and him don't interact. They don't cross in terms of like dialogue at all.
No, I don't think they share any dialogue.
They're just in the same room.
They just pass by one another. Talking with Marcellus Wallace.
Marcellus, yeah. Wow, you're right.
Huh?
Holy shit, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
God, what a I mean, everybody out of that movie like ended up in awesome movies after Pulp Fiction too.
Well, it was 100% the resurgence of John Travolta.
100%, yeah.
Who hadn't been doing anything.
Which he has even said.
The Vitamin Shop, that's still a thing.
Grace Papaya, awesome.
Is that still there?
It's still there.
Grace Papaya
is awesome.
I don't know Grace Papaya.
It's awesome.
It's a chain?
It's a chain.
Okay, what do they sell?
Papaya juices and hot dogs.
It's like smoothies and hot dogs?
Yeah, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Is it New York?
Yeah, New York
based.
Yes, and it is delicious. The guy, I remember going. The guy's like, "This will be the best papaya you ever had."
I don't recall if I've ever even had a papaya.
You should. It's delicious. And I'm like, "Best, huh?" And he's like, "The best." It was so good. I bought a second one right after drinking the first one. I'm like, I normally don't do this, but give me another one, because it was that good. There we go. Payphones. What are those? Well. They ring too. Remember the ringback trick on payphones? You guys ever do that?
I never could figure it out.
You dial 511 and then the last 4 digits of the number. Then there'd be a tone. Then you click the thing and there'd be another tone. You hang it up.
See, if there was Google back then, it would have been to figure it out. But
oh yeah,
it's harder back then.
I remember just wreaking havoc on strings of payphones as a kid. Here we go. Here's the riddle.
Psychic Hotline. Is that Dionne Warwick?
Right? Oh yeah. Or what was it? Miss Cleo?
No, I don't think
boy.
Miss Cleo was a thing.
Dionne Warwick.
Dionne Warwick was
Yeah.
definitely a thing here in the psychic hotline.
Dionne Warwick, the aunt of Whitney Houston.
I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
And she had a hit, right? She had like one hit song at some point.
One major hit.
Yeah, and I don't
then
remember
a couple
what
of adult contemporary hits that just, like she kept her fan base. But by 1994, she was on the psychic hotline. Things had gone a little rough for old Dionne.
It's one, I think. I don't know. I wasn't really looking. He said I was going to St. Ives?
The St. Ives one,
okay.
I remember thinking to myself, hey, St. Ives, there's a lotion. St. Ives brand lotion. The only reason I knew of St. Ives was there's a brand of lotion in the store that my grandmother would use called St. Ives. There we go. It's great. He's like, I'm just a cop. You're the smart one here, apparently. And fuck the man.
I mean, you could tell if you change that dynamics, it would definitely feel like Lethal Weapon. It feels
doubt.
like Riggs and Murtaugh.
Now that you say it,
shift it around a tad bit.
But it's also like got the white guy, black guy dynamic.
Right,
like,
right.
It's just nearly semi-buddy cop because he's not really a cop, but he's like basically hanging around doing the cop shit.
he just dives on the he just like face planted.
It's great. Just love the welcome to New York. I love this. Watch this. The little subtlety here. Hold on. There's a the guy gives him a buck. I always love that. I pop every time. I pop every single time. The guy's like, here you go.
That is
It's the most like New York thing. Like, welcome to New York. Like nobody cared. Like, whatever. Wacko.
The fact. So to me, that's the most illogical thing that's happened because nobody's giving any bums any money in New York City street corners, in my opinion.
For no reason. He's not even asking for it. There we go. I'm gonna get some action coming up here. Trains always equal something in action movies. Simon Says. I'm telling you, in 2020, you can have a really twisted Simon Says type movie.
I mean, you could do a horror version, you could do an action, you could do a comedy version. Simon Says could be
a lot.
Anything.
Yeah.
Make it a series. Make it a whole thing. Horror, comedy, action, whatever. Thriller, romantic comedy. Simon Says, "Kiss me, my dear." You know, I didn't say Simon Says. Play it.
You just ruined the ending.
And it's over. Friend, my dear, I didn't say Simon Says. And they walk off.
If you're New York City police,
you can just take a cab.
Now, where does your jurisdiction stop? Like, does Manhattan have its own police department and then Harlem has its own police department?
Well,
or
Harlem is part of New York. Part of
the
Manhattan.
precincts, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harlem is part of Manhattan. So you are all, it's all Manhattan.
Oh, you're right. It's a neighborhood.
Yeah.
But are you not are you out of jurisdiction if you go to a different precinct?
Well, I mean...
Because it's all New York City.
Yeah. But you always want to have the precinct cops involved in whatever you're doing. However, if you're on a case...
when you get to the different boroughs is when you get into a situation, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's all...
Yeah, but it's still New York City.
It's all dependent on what the case is. You have to involve your precinct.
I see.
Your local precinct, whatever you're doing. So if you're on like a job, you're chasing a guy through, you have to inform whatever precinct you're in, like, hey, we have this guy coming through your precinct.
Neighborhood or whatever.
Yeah, if you're going from Queens to the Bronx or something like that, too.
Yeah.
So.
That's great.
You might want to put on a seatbelt.
I remember this correctly. I remember reading or seeing a little mini documentary, but I think they filmed this in Central Park. Like this whole scene?
I think so.
This looks like Central Park. You've been to New York City many times.
Many times.
You've done a tour, walking tour through Central Park?
Did it all.
Central Park is
massive.
one of the coolest places.
It's so cool.
Of all time.
It's so complex that you don't even realize.
It's the size of the town that Nick lives in, right? As we sit here, it is that big.
What's remarkable about it is like when you see an aerial shot of it, you're like, wow! And you see the little different pockets. It is fascinating. Central Park.
It's a city.
It's a city.
Central Park is a city.
But the design of it being the central park of New York City is phenomenal.
Holy shit!
Jesus. Yeah, this is all filmed on site. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is definitely. And I've only been to Central Park twice in my life, and I bet I've only seen a third of it.
If that. It's
if that.
Huge. It is huge. Just cutting across the park is like a thing, you know?
Right.
Like he just basically cut across to get there as quick as possible.
And off the top, I don't know what the dimensions are, but
it's one big square.
Yeah, it's a rectangle.
Yeah.
Or to steal.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
So this is a good little trick that that he pulls here.
This is a.
It's highly illegal to do that. Right? Wrong.
Oh, sure it is.
That's a citation as a cop.
And he's going to talk a little bit about jurisdiction here coming in a moment, too. So.
Oh, good. We get clarification. Oh, look at that.
Not so much the cops, but we'll get to it.
You're near the Trump Tower there for context of where they're driving through.
And I don't. I'm the least familiar with this movie of the three of us as we sit here. So it's almost like I'm watching it again.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun.
Like I have to kind of. I'm trying to pay more attention because I can't just automatically reference things like I can in some of the previous shows that we've watched. But then part of me is also like, oh, what business is that back there? I saw the word coffee on that thing. Now I want some.
It's always fun to see that though. Like I like watching. So I watch a lot of my PD Blue reruns and here and there. I'll redo the series once in a while. Just seeing.
Yeah, here comes the dialogue. I think here.
There we go. Just seeing like the old businesses, you know, like I wonder what still exists.
I think
nowadays.
I think it comes down to McClane says, well.
Oh, yeah.
It's something about the ambulance in terms of like location and proximity to the certain hospitals. Like, okay, this ambulance won't go past this
right
area of the city because that moves into a different hospital's jurisdiction or whatnot. So
interesting, huh? Throwing that in there.
They only service these certain areas. So you couldn't call in a thing to get them from this point to that point through the same ambulance. So
this is great. The amount of cardio he had to do for this.
All of them.
He ain't
really.
doing this no more. I'll tell you that much.
I guess not. What's
he doesn't care enough to do
Willis
this
now,
much
like
work.
65? Is he up? He's in his 60s.
I don't know if he's 65.
Oh, he's close to 70.
Is he close to
way.
70? No.
Really?
Well, because
he can't
last
be.
night I was checking, Bonnie Bedelia is about 71. He's about like 4 years younger than her.
Gotta be 65.
I'm looking it up right now.
Look it up. My guess is 65.
Because I was.
All right. Bruce Willis was born March 19th, 1955, which means that as you're watching this, he is about to be 65 years old.
65.
Yeah.
55.
Hey.
So in this movie, God, he was 40 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking
I
better.
know.
Yeah, probably 39. He's the same age here as Nick and I are sitting today.
Could you guys do that? What he's doing? I love this.
Nope.
All this. Just like typical like assholism just for
Yeah.
you don't like white people.
Jackass.
Yeah. One of those like Wall Street guy, you know, pseudo racist. Let's throw that in there too. What a piece of shit. Something always fascinating about like terrorism on a public train. Because it's like there's so many people in one enclosed space. It affects a lot. It's scary. You're underground. There's a lot going on.
The that mural there has the famous painting of the park.
Oh yeah,
and that painting that painting resides in Chicago at the art museum.
It's the Monet, I believe.
I think it is Monet. No, maybe it's not.
Let's brush up on our art.
Yeah, it's a very famous painting.
I thought it was Monet.
I feel like it's not Monet.
How do you Google one of those famous paintings? Picture painting of people in park.
It's called
Lady with a big dress on.
It's it's got Lady in the Park, I think is the name of it.
Day in the Park, Lady in the Park. Okay, here we go. What? Guy gets one line. He just says, "You're gonna say what?" and get up and go.
A Sunday Afternoon on the Island by George Surratt.
Surratt
is the artist on that guy.
Surratt.
And it resides at the Art Institute of Chicago.
Any relation to Bob Surratt?
Not related to Bob Surratt, no.
Chicago was a very popular Chicagoan to the old timers here.
Newscaster, yeah.
Yeah. He's still on? Radio? Still going?
He's still on.
Wow, Bob Surratt still going. Here we go. The bomb is discovered.
This is it. This is the actual bomb.
This is it. See, Simon didn't take into account that people could be on these phones.
He doesn't give a shit. Are you kidding me?
Listen, bro. Nowadays,
there we go.
Bro.
Oh, this cop is going to be that nervous?
Yeah. He was very bold about chasing him. Hey! And he runs over there. Where are you now? Why are you shaky now, cop? He's not pointing a gun back at you. His hands are up. Relax.
If I don't answer this phone...
Uh-oh.
Some of these extras are not acting very well.
Yeah.
They went into freak-out mode immediately, though. All he said was...
Oh, the mixture is...
Well, they didn't know anything about it. He just said, move to the other side of the car. Like, oh, God! God just told me to move. Nowadays, people are like, what's going on? Let me start filming you and see why. There we go. Very Sam Jackson-y.
Yeah, he definitely turned on the Sam Jackson.
That's an adjective. He went very Sam Jackson-y on this.
He's so distinct that I don't understand why that isn't more of a common verb.
Like I can imagine a director going, I need you to Sam Jackson this a little bit. Got it.
I know exactly what that means.
Got it. Emphasize the profanity. Be angry at every little thing that's happening around you.
He enunciates.
He does.
Very, a slow enunciation.
He is a good damn actor, though. I gotta say.
Oh, yeah.
Was he ever nominated for anything?
I'm
yes.
sure he has.
So I feel like one of those guys who, people want to hire him. He's gotten a lot of work over the years, but enough ever in a role that people are like, hey, this is an Oscar-worthy role. There we go. Boom.
And he just made it.
Yeah. I remember the little mini doc I was referring to. This. They really did. There was no CGI here.
No.
This was phenomenal.
There's some later on in the film.
Yeah.
This is the thing that is lost on today's filmmaking.
I agree. And it's terrible. It's terrible that it's lost. This is crazy. Because it looks more realistic. I think CGI sometimes looks so fake. There's some really bad CGI in this later. I remember that.
Yeah, because it's mid-90s. It's not as developed at that point to be used as much as they want it to be used for.
But I'm not a fan. I like the real. I get it's more expensive, but CGI nowadays is just as expensive. And to do. My sister works in CGI, and it's you spend almost as much money.
You spend more money with the computer,
yeah,
than you do just actually blowing up the house or whatever.
The only risk is you got one shot of doing it right, and if you don't, you're screwed. But shit. The computer.
Yeah, but why not take that risk?
Yeah,
and then if you blow it, then go to CGI.
Yeah.
CGI should be the backup, not real should be the backup.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pretty much why I hate all movies now. Current movies.
Me too. Life stopped at 2000 for me. That's
wow.
This is great.
So was he on the car that was going sideways down the? Okay.
Yeah. I just love that he always emerges from like disaster. Somehow.
And they've got like popcorn.
Yeah, it's a little goofy moment there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why
almost
that was
unnecessary.
necessary.
Like it didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
And they went back to him twice.
Yeah.
I was like, why are we going back? Why are we going to these people?
And they're on Wall Street, which means they are just blocks away from the Trade Center.
Yeah.
Which you got a shot of earlier. There's a whole generation of kids growing up who don't even know those buildings existed. Think about that. Even like living in New York City, they grew up without them.
Right. There is a. Anybody that was born after. Like there are 18-year-olds graduating high school.
Yeah.
This May, that were born after 9/11.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's shocking to me.
Mm.
We're just old.
We're just old.
But this was a nice thing here that we just passed. Basically, like you were saying, Simon's didn't take into account that people be on payphones. Well, McClane's figuring out that this guy wanted the bomb to go off. He didn't expect him and Zeus to get to the payphone on time and get his test done in time. He wants the bomb to go off.
Yeah, the bomb's going off.
Gives him an impossible test that he absolutely cannot achieve to make sure that the thing does happen the way he wants to, because he's planning it all out.
Well, it wasn't impossible, and
the
he
first
was
time
thwarted.
Thwarted.
Well, still, he wanted the bomb to go off, and the bomb went off. If they had both gotten to the payphone in time, he would have turned the bomb off. He would have switched it off. It wouldn't have exploded. It wouldn't have been ignited. And the first time they get to the payphone, it's a false one, because he doesn't say Simon Says, so he doesn't set the bomb off. The second time off is the whole thing of, these guys cannot possibly get to this phone in time to achieve the task they want to switch off the bomb. So he's planning it very particularly, and McClane's picking up. It's like, there's no way we could have gotten down here. There's no possible way we could have done what he wanted.
It's always the divide between the FBI and the local jurisdiction. It's great. It's always this feud. We're all good guys, but screw you.
Right.
We're the gooder guys.
The gooder guys, yeah.
This is our time.
There's a good buddy cop
the
title.
Gooder dudes.
The gooder guys.
The gooder guys.
Are you taking notes, Nick? We got a lot of movies to write.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, these are better FBI agents than the ones in the first film, where they just want to kind of fuck everyone over. We'll lose a third of the hostages. We don't give a shit.
Freelance terrorism by contract. Interesting. Well. We got a little intel here that's coming up.
Yeah, you need the dip, here where you kind of let the audience breathe a little bit, give them a little backstory.
We got to get the plot
moving,
shuffled around. We got to put the pieces in the place to figure out. Okay, instead of everyone just keep running around in circles, what does this all add up to?
Yeah, give me an end game.
Right.
They show that the guy in the back
Right.
several times. You know he's going to say something.
There it is.
And he busts out the Gruber line.
Uh-huh. I love that. I love that he used that shot because it's the last image he has of Hans in his mouth.
Yeah.
Right.
The building thing in L.A. it's referred to. This guy was waiting to just say something. He's like, wait, I gotta wait for that little silence.
Yeah, he's been penting that up since breakfast.
I gotta wait for the opening to get this one in. It's like telling a joke at the right time. When everybody's quiet. You're like, anyway, you guys are here the one about the Hans Gruber who fell off the Nakatomi Tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, and to have him dismiss it as, quote, that thing in L.A.
Yeah.
The building thing. That building thing in L.A.? Oh, yeah, that thing that blew up a fucking building.
I mean, that was national news, right?
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, you're the same guy that
Yeah.
made national news in D.C. a couple of years ago, 5 years ago.
And like our Simon, he knows all these FBI guys. He's so far ahead of the
Chewing
game.
your glass. Down to the chewing of your glasses.
Yeah.
Now are those? Give me a
cute.
year on those glasses, please.
Right.
Well, he's had it for about
But
a
yeah,
year.
it's so nice to see that.
Now Sam Jackson's he's had those for
Right.
about 2 years.
But yeah, I like so much how, like I said before, the villain is so intelligent. You can't pull anything over on this guy. He knows the FBI is here. He knows exactly who the agents are. He knows personal details about how these guys operate.
See,
It's like he's well ahead of it because he's well informed about the situation.
What's interesting is like
He's probably surveilled these FBI agents in the past while they've been trying to catch up with him.
Hans was much more direct in like directly pulling off
Right.
the heist.
Right.
But it was a very well calculated heist.
Yeah.
But this
is
more,
a chess game.
This is more of a chess game.
to your point, though,
Yeah.
the more detailed and intricate the plot,
Right.
the more it takes me out of it.
I understand that.
As there's no way that it could be this. This it. So many things hinge on other things happening.
Yeah.
That I feel like you couldn't work backwards in real life this way. Like
Well-
it works great on paper.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, we've already established that Simon has been specifically when they're at the payphone. They tell him, there was a fat woman at the payphone. You took a minute for you to get her off. He's watching them every single step
Every
of the
step,
way.
yeah.
He's observing everything they're doing. He has eyes on every beat they're doing. He probably knew before he instigated this whole thing, the FBI is going to show up eventually, and these guys have been surveilling him, and he probably already knew who the hell was surveilling him to begin with, because it's probably been going on for years.
Yeah. I mean, he's a well thought out. He planned this very properly. He knew what he was doing. Tompkins Square Park. It's a nice park.
I don't think I've been to Tompkins Square.
It's a nice little park. That's what he said. 20 minutes. No
And
rush.
where is this, Mr. New York, in relation? Because obviously Central Park is the middle of Manhattan,
Yeah.
and the Twin Towers here were basically at the very bottom of the
Yeah.
peninsula.
Well, they're at Wall Street right now, so you're near where the Twin Towers would be.
Sure. And
Tompkins Square?
it's north of there?
It's north
so
of
it's
this.
in between Central Park where they came from and where they stand
Yes.
now. Okay,
Yeah.
so now they're going backwards.
They're going backwards.
Okay.
But like you said, 20 minutes, go by foot, no rush. It's about, you can make it in
Okay.
20 minutes.
All right.
Slight jog. A brisk walk to a slight jog, you can make it.
All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to set up the geography for
Yeah.
anyone listening that might not be aware. It's one of the things we do on this show is we talk about logic and geography.
Yes.
I like referring to this as a show. I actually really like the thing what we do on the show is it's become a show now. I like that. And there he is. Now the reveal, huh?
Yes.
It's so simple.
So he's been up here the whole time?
Watch you from above.
There's the Twin Towers right there.
Right there.
R.I.P.
So that easy reveal. He was just on a rooftop watching him.
Yes.
Such simpler times.
Yeah, he wasn't like tracking him through a cell phone. Like now it'd be like he bugged their cell phone.
GPS and yeah.
My mom loves Jeremy Irons. Huge fan.
I was just going to say, we kind of neglected to mention the part where he stole the dump trucks at the
Yeah,
beginning.
I'm going to mention that. That's
They did
mentioned
drop that.
during the beginning sequence where they're carting McLean around.
I was actually just about to bring that up too, and then they showed the shot of the dump trucks,
I mean,
which if there's an APB out on or enough to where people up in wherever they were,
Yeah.
blocks and miles away, to get a notice about 17 dump trucks getting stolen, and then they just caravan down the street, and nobody's like, "Oh, hey, there's all those dump trucks. Let's go stop them."
well,
Those are stolen.
You get a little reason why it's
Right, because now Simon's told him he's placed a bomb in a school, and there's like thousands of schools that now have to search through to find where he placed the bomb. So they mobilize the entire police force
Yep.
to run around in circles on a wild goose chase, more or less. They don't have time for traffic stops or APBs on stolen dump trucks. There's a bomb that's going to go off and kill hundreds of kids.
That fat guy
no
there
time
needs
for
to
any
run
sort
around
of
in circles a
ancillary
little bit.
stuff.
There's a Donald Trump line dropped in there. You see that?
I read it, but I didn't
Yeah.
catch what it was.
He said all the calls are going to route through here, and she goes, "Well, I'm going to marry and I'm going to marry Donald Trump."
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
But it's like I remember back in the 90s, they would use his name in a lot of... Anything that was like money, rich, it was like Donald Trump was the baseline example.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up? There, look at all those dump trucks coming through. It's great. 14 of them, I might say.
I think it's 17.
17?
I thought it was 17. And
Bob Thompson.
Hey, how you doing? Bob Thompson, running for Congress. Yeah, that guy looks
meanwhile, there's a German guy.
Yeah.
This poor sap.
Weren't these dump trucks all stolen from the same place?
Yeah.
How come no two look the same?
Yeah, nowadays, back then dump trucks weren't a big, they didn't really fashion up their dump trucks like they do nowadays.
Yeah.
I love his, little speech. It's Wall Street, lots of money here, we gotta take care of it. Holy Toledo!
Yeah. I try to get a hook on the accent he's using.
Just like cheesy politician.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how good the American accent is. Because Hans had a bit of a
very
peculiar one.
It was great though.
Yeah. Oh my God. Bill Clay.
That was a good impression.
All the combat boots with the suit. That's a good look.
It's interesting, and this tie.
That tie.
It's an apple hanging from a string.
No boy.
Is there a metaphor there?
Maybe.
Oh, look at this dude.
That guy's been in stuff.
They look so European. You have to go to a wedding in May. I think I might do that look. I might go with the combat
boots and a suit.
I mean, it'd be something I like.
Can you find a tie that's similar to that and this guy?
I have to be the best man at said wedding. So
okay.
Depends on what the groom wants.
All right, never mind.
Are you wearing a tie with a fucking apple on it at my wedding? You heard it here first, folks.
Mr. Venderflug.
Venderflug. That's like Dutch, right? Or Swedish?
I love how they're still conducting business. Like, yeah, a little shit's going on here, but let's work on that deposit.
I got the National Guard in or something.
Tanks.
And a bunch of guys wearing stainless hard hats like a weird music video of the 80s.
Yeah, it's like the
Men at work
Express Yourself video from Madonna.
There you go.
All the guys in sweating.
Men at work have arrived to perform. They killed the cop, the one nice guy who was playing his numbers.
Oh, that was the numbers guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's where it comes in with the lottery thing, because McClane sees his badge number and knows it's not this guy's an imposter.
6991, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I mean, what a beautiful shot of the trade center there in the background.
How about this dirty tank top? You like it? Better than the brown?
Yes, because it's not just a brown tank top that they tried to sell me was a dirty white one.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Like every part of it was brown, evenly brown.
Evenly brown.
Give me a break. I think this is like the example of them learning their lesson. Like, we should go just dirty up a white tank top, make it look more natural, guys.
I'm sure that they were worried about continuity, but at the same time, they didn't realize that they destroyed the continuity. Yeah, be suspicious, guy.
Yeah.
Combat boots. Yeah, it must be a European thing. Okay. Awkward silence. There's Mr. Banker coming.
Oh, this guy is a total banker guy.
Now those
kind of looks like Les Nessman.
Yes.
He sure does. Herb Tarlick gonna walk through anytime soon?
I mean,
with a plaid suit.
The bow tie really is a great stereotype for a nerd, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like nerds wear bow ties?
Yeah, because nerds are incapable of tying a tie.
I can't tie a bow tie.
I can't tie a bow tie. I think that's even harder. Then you got this cheap Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah,
a little bit of a knockoff.
A little bit.
It's this tough chick smoking a cig.
Is she though? Is it just in her mouth? It's not actually lit.
It's not
She's
lit.
not-
Oh, it
It's
is.
lit.
No.
No, that's the red
That's
light.
the red light.
It's not lit.
I don't think it's lit.
There's no smoke coming from
It's
it.
the intention of smoking it after the job is done. It's so elaborate. Like what they
Yes.
went through to do it.
That's a magnet or a no?
It's like a grind.
A grinder.
Yeah.
A grinder. Vanderflug.
Seismic. Yeah.
See?
Get in the background. Not knowing he's talking to the very man who did everything. Good lord. Heavens to Betsy.
Meanwhile,
That's not a nerd term. Heavens to Betsy.
we often talk about phrases that need to make a comeback on this show.
Heavens
Heavens to Betsy is not one of
Not
them.
one.
No.
I would think not.
No.
Doesn't do anything for me. Like, who the hell's Betsy?
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Now that one, I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Federal Reserve Bank.
Very well thought out plot here. Like
We've got
scheme.
back-to-back commentaries here with us regarding money. That god-awful fake money on the last thing that we did.
Yeah.
This one has real money.
Yes.
Look at this real money.
Gold freaking
Gold
bars.
bricks.
Gold
That's what
bars.
it's all about.
And each one of those things is worth like tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
How much is one gold brick? Okay. There you go.
I mean, I could probably look it up for today's dollars, but I don't think I could pull up
No.
1995.
I know you can buy them in Dubai. I was at the Dubai airport, and you can buy gold chunks and bricks from a machine.
Oh, from a machine. They have a vending machine that
vending
sells
machine.
gold bricks.
Look it up. It's insane. You basically could put the equivalent of, you got to pay for it. You swipe, whatever you do. And you can buy and they're sized. Like, you can buy a little one. A little $25 guy, get a little that big too, if you wanted to. It's crazy.
I don't know. I'm going to look up the market value of an ounce at the moment. Because I feel like that would be so expensive. So a kilo of gold right now is $50,000.
Wow.
A gram is $50.13. So obviously a kilo is 1,000 grams. So a gram of gold is like a pebble, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Basically. Just a little, like,
a little
rock.
pebble.
Yeah.
$50. So I can't imagine swiping my. And a gold bar is more than a kilo.
While you're at it, look up.
All right, I'm gonna look up.
Dubai gold vending machine.
Oh, look at this.
She almost killed him in a very sexy way. Her movements were very
Yeah.
sensual.
Well, look at Irons, man. He's jacked.
He is pretty jacked. He's toned. You can tell he's a
Oh,
runner.
yeah, man.
He's a runner for sure.
Well, high waist on him, though.
Very high waist.
At least he's wearing a belt.
That's true.
See, he's big on.
Yeah,
big
you
on
got to.
belts.
If you're tucked in, you got to have a belt. I mean, now obviously you can have a suspender, but if you're tucked in with no belt, man, that's just.
Yeah.
Interesting thing. It's like Saudi Arabia's gold, so and so's gold. Billion.
$1 billion. This is the Federal Reserve.
Yes.
The Federal Reserve, I'm 98% sure, doesn't have gold bars of that volume.
I think we're off the gold standard.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think we just keep gold bars laying around.
Not anymore. Now it's all just a myth.
Fort Knox, I still think has gold bars, but They might not have what people, romanticize Fort Knox to include.
I wonder if that's there. I have to check that out next time I go to New York.
Yes, we need a selfie of Trent in front of this elephant. The elephant.
What has 4 legs and is ready to travel? This elephant.
I mean, you could just say Simon Says and the elephant. Please, that's what I would. Do you have a trip planned to New York anytime soon?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe April. We'll see. But if I do, yes, I'll go to this. I'll look for that elephant. This was a good one. This was probably my favorite little one they had to figure out. I always enjoyed this one with the water.
And it's funny because I don't remember any of them.
I'm trying to remember when I bought where.
That was a very Riggs and Murtaugh moment right there, by the way.
Hey, cut this wire. No, don't cut that wire.
I love it.
Oh, no, I cut the wrong wire.
I love it. I am a bomb. You just deactivated me.
Is that dog purple?
It looks purple.
Who has a purple dog?
Why is it purple?
I mean, it's obviously just the sunlight, but it was weird.
I love how he's plotting it all while in the vault.
I feel like this is a very third grade science project.
Yeah.
I'm talking about McLean here. He's still drunk.
He's still hungover.
It's always like that's the hardest math to do. Like, you ever see like sitcoms where the dad helps out like the 7th grader with his math? He's like, shit, I don't know any of this stuff. It's like, it's harder to do that elementary math. Yeah. It's one of those, like, initially you can't figure out how the hell you're doing it. Frustration.
That's a great line because the problem at hand is what they cut to here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? To your point, with the distractions and the...
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about the cover is interesting. They cover it by they're like the rubble removal company.
Right.
Nobody's questioning what's in the damn trucks.
Right.
He went there. He went right to it.
Oh.
Zeus.
Dang, we went right for it. The chip on his shoulder, black guy. Like, you don't like some black.
Get me killed.
But that was his thing from the beginning. He had a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
The whole time.
He's also still not worried about his business that he has not been back to in several hours.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he, well, hold on, let's see here. There we go. Is there measurement lines on the jugs?
No.
So how do they know when they're pouring a gallon out? Disarmed. Teamwork. Maybe he called his nephews from the police station when they were patching him up, like, okay, close the shop, lock the door. Uncle, everything's been robbed.
I told them to go back to school.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah! Nobody's around.
Ain't nobody there.
Maybe they sent the sector car to go check it out.
No.
On the contrary.
On the contrary is
That's a good one.
Is a good line, yeah.
Not used enough. It's used, not enough.
Yeah.
I do like jerk off.
Yeah.
As opposed to the very Midwest version, jag off. How about that?
I like jerk off better than jag off.
Yeah. Jag off, yeah.
Jag off is just not, I don't know.
Very Midwest term.
Yeah, I don't like jag. I like jerk.
Yeah, because, like, jerk's actually what you're doing. What is a jag? Jerk to jag. The jerk to jag ratio here is off.
Damn, I have a good time with you guys.
They like here, they start catching on. They're kind of getting... Simon's just jerking them all over town. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Could be worse. He could be jagging them all over town.
He's starting to think of like an end game for the series. Like, this can't be it. What's he got the game from us running around town like this? It all comes down to a distraction. Like, get to leave a bomb sitting around. So it's happening in his store right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're looting it. Oh, yeah, this is where it kind of clicks into his head.
This kid.
Yeah, how?
Ding, ding, ding.
That little shit revealed everything.
He saved the movie. He's the star of this movie right here. This little bastard in the shit and piss colored outfit.
Yeah.
That little kid grew up to be Drake.
No.
Who was that kid? I wonder what that kid ended up doing. Little smart mouth bastard. I can't believe some casting agents
he solved this whole movie.
Yeah. I got some casting agent was like, that kid had some balls. I want him in my next flick. I want him to play Goldberg in the Mighty Ducks. That's not that's not him.
Thanks.
Ah, crap. That little kid. You know what also gets me about that scene? The shopkeeper was chasing him. He gave up after like 10 feet. He stopped him pretty quick. He's like, get back, you little kids. He stopped him right there. You could have gotten your stuff back.
You can't just yell, stop, and they'll go, oh, yes, sir.
No,
here you go. Here, take your potato chips back. That he ended up throwing at McLean, not even eating.
He stole his bike. It's great. What are that little kid's up to?
You need to Google that.
Here's a sidebar trivia. That kid, they didn't give that kid a name, though.
No.
No, you'd have to go through like the entire cast.
I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I'm just gonna skim, see what they credit him as.
I guess he also has a Carl somewhere. Carl in the lobby. But waiting for the shot here.
She's like a no fun type. Like she looks like she's not having any fun.
You see the big bulky guy there?
Mm-hmm.
Big bulky guy, yep.
That's Ludwig Borga.
Shut up.
No
Yes,
way.
it is.
Former wrestler Ludwig Borga?
About a year after they cut him from WWF.
That's him?
Yeah.
He was an extra?
That's him.
Are you kidding me? That's
That's
hilarious.
him.
Are we sure about this?
You're checking the stuff right now.
I mean, it kind of looks like him.
That's him.
You know who
I've
else?
had that verified. That's
He
him.
then, this guy right here.
Right.
He then went on to be a politician and then went on to commit suicide.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
you know who
no
else
fun.
in this movie? The guy who played Damien Demento.
Damien Demento's in this movie?
Fucking Christ.
Yeah. He's in this movie. He played Eric. Who the hell is Eric?
I don't know.
Damien Demento and Ludwig Borga are both in this movie.
This is a
Like
Saturday
early-
morning
Did
superstars.
Vince McMahon produce this movie?
What in the world?
By 95, these guys were long gone, man.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, I mean, maybe not long gone. 2 years gone.
What in the world? Yeah. That's crazy. Damien Demento and Ludwig, they probably got together like, hey man, they're casting extras for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you want to get in, like, since we don't have a job right now, you want to get in and make a quick,
We're hanging out back at the Manhattan Center. We're waiting for Raw to come back. It ain't coming back over here for another 15 years.
got a couple minutes.
Just casting down the street.
That's awesome.
When it's over, we need to watch it again, and with the
What's
sound on.
Character named Eric.
Eric.
We gotta find that out.
Well, it's not that guy. That's not Damien
No.
Demento. His name's Otto.
That's odd for sure.
Yeah, Borga kind of bulked up a little bit here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
Well, he's not in WWF anymore. He could go back on the steroids now.
I feel like he's off the steroids.
I don't know.
Borg, Tony Holland.
One way or the other.
Died 10 years ago.
He packed on the pounds where he's not working out no more.
Damn, he
Oh, here it comes.
killed himself. That's crazy.
Here's the beat.
Here we go.
6991.
Uh-huh.
I know that number.
I heard it earlier today.
This is
Nice.
Great,
That's
great.
that's McLean right there.
don't you have better odds at the lottery? Now, hold on. I'd have to think back to my statistics class that I took twice. Do you have better odds playing the same number every night or playing a different number every night?
I have no
The odds
clue.
are the same, I bet.
They're
No
the
matter
same.
what. They're the same no matter what.
Yeah. People should get
All right.
comfortable with their numbers.
Some blood for you.
Hard way.
Well, that kid is
Hard way.
credited. He's credited as kid number 1,
Kid number 1, okay.
Patrick Borriello, and he's actually in A Bronx Tale also,
Bronx Tale, okay.
and in The Irishman. That just
Shut up!
Fuck Christ.
He's in The Irishman?
He plays.
The kid with the chips?
hold
That
on.
solved this whole movie?
He plays wedding wise guy number 5.
All right. Good for him.
Still in the bit parts, man.
This kid played in nothing but, look at this, Bronx Tale. He played Slick. No, sorry. At the age of
The Doctor
age
style.
9, Slick at the age of 9. I knew that kid.
We're thick into this stuff. This commentary.
Sorry,
man.
guys.
He's in the flat when they're younger. Yeah. So he plays Slick, and he plays Vinny in Law and Order SVU or no regular. Then he plays kid number 1 here. To Leo in a movie called 2 Bits. He's in the Gotti movie. I mean, he's in all these like
The
Italian
Travolta
monster.
Gotti movie?
Yeah.
That thing?
Like the new one?
There's like a stink
2018.
pile.
2 episodes of The Neighborhood, another Italian movie. He plays Gino. Then The Irishman.
I like Zeus here. I mean, he wants to carry around the gold bar the whole movie.
That's awesome.
Like, I'm getting something out of this shit.
You were
man.
right, it was 14 dump trucks.
14,
It wasn't
that's
17.
what I thought, yeah.
I was wrong.
14.
I
No
know.
fucking way.
You've seen this movie way more than me.
I just watched it a few months ago.
A few times.
There we go.
That's like $50,000 he's got in his back seat there.
Well, he's gonna need it considering his store's trashed now.
Actually, it might be more than 50.
What kind of car is that?
I was just trying to figure it out. I can't tell.
It's always nice when they have to hijack the crappiest looking thing on the road.
How does a guy from 134th Street in Harlem know this much about...
Well, he said he used to drive a taxi.
Oh, you're right.
That's right.
All right.
You did put that out there.
See? I'm asking the questions and you're just...
Yes.
You got all the answers.
What the fuck do I know?
When we find
Let's
out.
see. Lincoln was 18.
I remember it because I
You remember all? You have the order down?
I know. I remember it because of this movie. I know the 21st
Okay.
was. Just because of this movie. I only know it because of this movie.
Now they sell a quality automobile.
It's a Yugo.
Oh,
That guy was
jeez.
pissed.
You ain't gonna find one of those on the road no more.
He left his gold bar.
That's my gold bar shit.
How would you even... Where do you fence a gold bar? Like, if you have a gold bar and you say, oh, what do I do with... Who do you sell it to?
Like, who'd you steal that from? No one's gonna believe you actually got it.
Who do you sell it to? Do you just take it to a bank and say, I'd like $80,000,
I
please?
imagine a bank. Like, has
A
gold
bank
bar.
could take it?
It'd have to be like the downtown location.
Oh, sure.
You can't just walk in like your local Chase branch.
Yeah, you're not walking into a Harlem bank and getting that money.
You gotta walk in like the main location downtown, like Bank of America's main building. Like, here, I need to speak to a banker, please. We have to wait you have to wait your turn in line, sir. Do I? Dump trucks.
FDR, was he the 21st president?
No. But that would have been a nice little tie-in.
Yeah.
It's not. She had a couple of smart-assy lines in this movie. This like detective, this George Costanza looking detective over here. Things are starting to piece together here at this point. You know, the interesting thing is like they're starting to like now we're getting into like, okay, we've kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter
of broad
catching
strokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we have to catch it.
Yeah.
Catching the mouse is the hard part. Again, she's looking like she's having no fun. You have a dump truck full of gold. What else do you have to give a woman to please her?
Bitch, smile.
Like, come on. Yeah, but it's not the color I wanted. Like, come on.
I want rose gold.
Yeah, I wanted rose gold. I didn't want regular gold. You knew this. All right. See, look how pissed Targo is. He's like, nothing I give this woman pleases her.
I don't know if I buy that.
Elvis Duran. What kind of name is that?
I wonder if he was a real DJ.
No.
Now with a name, you know.
This guy looks familiar too.
Yeah, does he? Right, 90.
He looks like John Hughes.
Now pay attention to those frames. I'm telling you, there's a theme, there's a style of 1990s frames.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Simon's let the cat out of the bag.
There it is.
There's another bow tie.
Oh, man. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a calculated plot. Like, he called the radio station, just sets off a shockwave right through the city.
Right. And then it ties up all the 911 lines.
It's incredible.
Because he says, well, the transmitter for the bomb may be set off by any radio transmission, so he cuts off the cops from using the radios. They have to all go through the switchboard, but now he's just clogged up the switchboard.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's so well thought out. I gotta give it that. It's got a great, like, think ahead aspect to it. Nope. Oh.
Which then makes me go, is it too meticulous to be logical?
Right. Well, yeah. It's too meticulous to be real in any way. It's completely Hollywood.
It's entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But part of me just can't get over that, you know, the logic.
I love it. He's like, you're the truck driver? He's like, no, I'm a beautician. Of course I'm a truck driver. Like, even in that moment, he's got a gun pointed at him, like a cop, the shit's going down. He's still going to give you a little wisecrack in there. No, I'm a freaking beautician. What do you think? There it is. Those fucking clowns.
That's a good Foreman line.
Yeah. Tore ass. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys tore. I want to say using tore ass. Ass is just such a great.
Tore ass, because it's a tunnel, it really just makes it that much better, right? I mean, you don't tear ass like over a bridge. You tear ass through a tunnel.
Through a tunnel, for sure. No doubt.
Yeah.
That's a good one. This guy gave him a lot of information.
I think there's a word for that in the movies where there's like the guy that reveals all the information.
Yeah. I remember. Hey, something wrong, by the way? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Where the hell you been? It's all over the news. I remember seeing a comedian one time, and he made a joke, he did a bit.
Oh, look at this guy, Jerry.
Yeah.
Fucking Jerry.
He had a bit about how, like, in every Law and Order episode, like, the most random guy has all the info. You know, like, the deli, like, the busboy at the deli is like, he saw everything. He saw the right down to the mole on the killer's face. And then what happened here 20 years ago on this very site. There's that one guy who reveals it all. Mm-hmm. That's the guy.
Jerry? Or the foreman? Foreman.
Foreman gave it a whole, like, route to take. Mm-hmm. That's it's so ready to kill right away.
Mickey O'Brien.
Mickey O'Brien.
That's a great.
That's a Chicago name. That's not a New York name.
Got a report of a guy coming through an 8 reindeer. That's
There's our Christmas tie-in. It's a Christmas movie.
Well, like they just keeps going on with the joke after he killed the guy.
There we go. Quarters.
Yeah, the quarters are come into play here in a minute.
Yeah.
Nick.
There we go.
That's
This
how I
fucking
remember.
guy. Why does Jerry know this?
Because the most unassuming guy just has some knowledge about something. That's how I remember. Whenever I remember thinking of the 21st president, I hear it in that voice.
Yeah.
Chester A. Arthur.
That Jerry's
Jerry's
voice.
voice. Chester A. Arthur.
How does one just walk into Yankee Stadium and like get down to the front row?
Well,
Not on game day. Not on.
Isn't it game day? Isn't there a game later on?
Yeah, but
they're
you can't.
prepping for a game.
You can't just walk into Wrigley Field.
Early? They let you in early?
Not well, an hour and a half.
Without a ticket.
You can't just walk in at noon for a night game and be like, "Oh, I want to look for a bomb on a seat."
What about this? What about one of the guys in the skybox who are looking to kill him? That's even worse. They're just chilling there for who knows how long.
And how did the guys get into Yankee? Is there a mole at Yankee Stadium?
Right, is there a mole, Costanza there letting them in?
Steinbrenner.
How do they bring a gun into Yankee Stadium?
Was that Mr. Wilhelm?
Mr. Wilhelm,
Yeah.
how did you get a gun into Yankee Stadium?
I don't have the answers to any of these questions.
That was such an odd scene,
it's a very that takes me out of it.
because it made no sense. It doesn't play into anything. It played into nothing. Like, what, you were going to get them to Yankee Stadium hours before a game, whatever it might be, to kill them if they both showed up? It made no sense. What was the tie-in?
It was just the fact, okay, this is the end of the game. He kills McClane, and that's the end of that storyline in his regard, because because the whole thing Simon sets up the beginning thing is that basically it's an entire thing wrapped around McClane, that basically he wants to get to the point where he kills McClane, and at least that follows through on it. Well, he gets away with the money.
Well, picture this. Yankee Stadium is way in the Bronx. Way uptown.
Right.
Right? Like, it's far up. I mean, you are way out of the element at this point.
Right.
So basically, you threw him away from everything.
Right.
You're far.
But it was a thing that Simon also gave him, like, an exorbitant amount of time to get up there. It says, oh, there's no rush. You can get up there. You got, like, 2 hours to get up there.
Yeah.
So he every step of the way, he's playing it for things to happen on his timetable.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a safe bridge.
No.
Nope. Clearly.
Like, why would that be? Like, you have to be so accurate to go hit those.
That's
Yeah.
not right. The union would not allow that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, tearing ass through a...
You gotta tear ahead.
Nobody's there.
Nobody's ass tearing right now.
Nobody's there to reset the boards. Nils. It's a great, like, German henchman name. Nils. Nils is there. Well, the slight nervousness he's got here.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
the face. John. Like, trying to keep cool, but he's like, shit.
Yeah. It's like, oh, shit.
See, like, now he's desperate. Now he's, like, willing to make a deal with the guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Like, he's...
Now he's got to recalculate
There's been a
his
lot.
plan.
This is at least the third up your ass reference in this movie.
Does the tear ass count?
That does maybe
Down the tunnel?
tear ass in the tunnel. But toward the beginning, there was a Oh, when the guy set off the bomb in the mixed the stuff in the police station, the woman screamed about shoving the chair up her.
That's right, up his
sticking
ass.
the chair up his ass. There's a lot of up your ass in this movie.
A lot of ass game.
Lightning bolt up your ass.
Lightning bolt up your ass?
He did say that.
Yes, he did.
That's like the fourth ass reference. Up your up ass reference.
Now, gotta see what else the screenwriter's done, man. It just could be.
Did Jack Shoulder write this movie?
Very peculiar.
Son of a gun. There it is.
Yeah. Well, the screenwriter Jonathan Hensley, he ended up doing that Thomas Jane Punisher movie.
Oh, no.
I actually like that one.
Yeah.
You guys not like that one?
I couldn't pull myself to watch it.
Really?
Punisher movie in Tampa, Florida. That doesn't fit.
I'd like to discuss that off air. When we're done with the show today.
That's right.
Talk about that.
I don't know. I couldn't take.
Was it Tampa? I thought it was Miami.
Yeah, it's Tampa.
Brother.
It was like, okay, John Travolta as the villain in a Punisher movie. I can't buy it.
I also don't buy that it's that heavy.
I kept thinking those are just wooden boards.
Like, so well, first of all, the other one was not sitting the way that one on the right is sitting. It was like right on the edge.
Yeah.
And if they're that heavy, then I don't buy that the truck would even knock it over.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they are dump trucks. Well, gold bullion.
For $14 billion in 95.
In $95.
Here's some CGI coming up here.
Yeah. Lousy
with the flood.
I mean, you're ruining all the work these guys did here. The lights. The tearing ass.
Just roll up the windows and hope, right?
Start praying. How does even McClane get this?
It's bad, but it's not...
It's not awful.
It's not, James Bond surfing awful.
Yeah. Die Another Day.
Die Another Day awful.
Whoa.
Which is maybe the worst CGI of all time.
Oh, I've seen some bad
There is
shit.
another CGI, a very distinct CGI coming up soon.
Like, that looks good. That might not have been CGI.
Well, we'll see when he's surfing on top of the freaking thing, or whatever it is.
It doesn't look too bad right here.
Yeah, you can see the discoloration and
That's
everything
awful.
from the blue screen.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, it's glad that it's short bursts. You're not having long shots of it.
Right.
That's true.
So you can't dwell on it?
Yeah.
I love this.
It's a geyser. And he happens to be driving by at that exact moment?
I remember in the theater when I saw this, the whole theater popped at that. It was so easy to pop the crowd. It just, it's flying out.
A good way? A good pop?
Oh, yeah. They laughed.
They laughed? Okay.
They laughed just hysterically.
How did he get from Yankee Stadium back here so quickly?
He's driving, so that helps. If you're driving, it's
German engineering.
Straight shot. German engineering. It's a Mercedes. It's no slouch. Alright. Holy shit.
And this is the same mixture, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what we're
But
told.
just like magnified.
This could take out a city block.
Well, if one drop could blow up the chair in the police station.
Well, they have to mix.
Well,
Right.
the red is mixed. Remember when McClane was on the subway and he's running with the yellow box? It was the red was
mixing.
slowly mixing
Yeah.
with the white. So once it's pink,
That's
then
it.
it's mixed.
Once it's pink, it's in.
Yeah.
And that whole thing was full of Kool-Aid.
It just needs something to kinda
Spark it.
Spark it, yeah.
Or actually, I think it was
Ignite
just
it.
a...
And
Well,
igniter.
right. It just needs
Impact.
something. Yeah, some kind of trigger.
Right, like you can't,
It could
step
ju-
on gunpowder and
Right,
have
it
it
could
blow
just
up.
be like
but-
some kind of electronic circuit that just sparks it off.
Well, no, in the police station.
Well, no,
you
I'm just saying
threw it.
in this.
Oh, sure.
Nothing's just going to bash against it. Something has to just activated. Some kind of... It's already volatile. Just something has to...
Chester Arthur Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that kid ain't having any of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm in 8th grade. I gotta sing freaking row.
That was elementary school. They were like 4th grade, 5th grade.
Rowing your boat. His teacher's distracted. Show him a movie. Just throw a movie on. 95? What do we got there? Lion King was out?
Pulp Fiction. Show him Pulp Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs.
Yes, he literally looks like a fireman dressed like that. He has a look of like, I'm lying to all of you. I'm lying to all of you children right now. But we're gonna try to do this together.
Graham Greene.
Graham Greene.
Mm.
This kid's too smart for this. His uncle is a sharp cookie. He knows. They're uprooting the whole school for your stupid boombox.
Yeah.
Let's little false sense of self-importance here, kid.
This is
great. I wonder where they're driving here. Like, there's a lot of green for New York.
Yeah. Well, they're chasing the dump trucks, so they're going. The dump trucks are heading towards the Canadian border, so they're probably
It's going north.
somewhere.
the Canadian border is like 6 hours from New York City.
Your ways here. Like, you're not getting there anytime soon. Great scene.
Or,
Great. That shot is awesome.
Yeah.
The spin around and just like
yeah.
that shooting out of the window is a phenomenal shot.
yeah. Or it might be a little too ahead of the plot. I'm not sure exactly where they're going at this point,
But that...
Yeah, we still have like, what, a half hour left of this thing? It's long. It's a long movie.
Yeah, I was just feeling like it doesn't quite have as much of the sharp momentum of the previous two, I don't think.
It's great.
I mean, this is about the equivalent of the snowmobile scene, I think.
Right.
Where you're like...
There's a lot of different things we're cutting in between, and it just...
There's a lot of good build, though.
The plot elements are getting a little drawn out in a certain way.
It's definitely not as succinct as the first
this
half.
whole part of the whole thing with the bomb in the school basically has nothing else to do with the rest of the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with McClane and Gruber and all this other stuff. That's just, again, the whole...
Diversion?
Diversion plot that basically is not necessary to continue on the rest of the story. So it's just a loose plot thread you have to tie up.
That's basically what
And I don't think they really need the whole thing with the two kids going off and thinking the cops are after them. It's kind of dragging it out a little bit.
It's more so just to link in Sam Jackson a little bit.
Right, a little bit.
Give him that personal touch.
Yeah, it's a little... This story's a little bit kind of spread out in too many directions.
Thank course.
Yeah.
Toll.
$2.50.
Toll bridge.
$2.50 in quarters.
They're not that bad of criminals. They'll pay the toll in the
They'll
bridge.
pay the toll.
Well, sure.
He wants to set off that alarm now. You know, he has billions of dollars in gold. It's like, you know,
We can afford $2.50
Yeah.
a piece. It's only 14.
All of a sudden, he's an action hero.
He's
You're running a pawn shop.
He's still going out. He's getting some of that adrenaline going now.
Yeah, now it's going. Now, you know, he's got some balls.
He's like, I've spent this whole day doing this. I might as well follow it all the way goddamn through. I'm not giving up now.
Give it a shot.
And all we need is a 6-digit or 5-digit code here. Is that?
That's it. I mean, it's some pressure here now to pull this off. The key is get these damn kids out of here. Can you imagine if this happened at your elementary school? Like, there's some shit going down, and you're just like, man, there's a bomb in my school. You gotta get the hell out of here. Here we go. This is some very, very...
There's a
lot going on here.
That boat's moving awfully fast.
All right.
Where's the heroic aspect in? All of a sudden he's like, I'm going first. Like, what is all that? What's the tie into him all of a sudden?
Is it maybe because of the kids?
Yeah,
I think it's the kids.
It's got to be that.
And now they're going to zip line the hard way.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The boat is moving significantly slower now.
It's like Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like the boat hasn't moved anywhere in 35
it was flying,
minutes.
though, when they were trying to hook it.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, damn. And shit.
And that truck is not going to land in the boat.
No, that's not. But they were far enough along.
Okay.
Oh,
man!
I forgot that guy got
that's
sliced
like
in half.
Final Destination 2 right there.
The detail for that little scene.
Yeah, they sliced him in half.
Jesus. That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They want to throw one majorly gory kill in this. Can't all be bullets. You gotta really slice a guy up. Not a broken bone. Then again, they're only Sam Jackson's like 50 here.
Sam Jackson also has not. He hasn't sold his slash on his arm.
No.
At all.
That thing's probably infected right now.
No, remember he was getting patched up at the police.
Right,
station.
but he still has probably stitched up or something.
It's gotta hurt like a son of a bitch.
Sure
Yeah.
does.
And now it's all covered. Now it's completely black.
Sam Jackson, born 1948. He's as old as my father. 72 years old this year. So
In 2020, he'll be 72.
72. Yeah. And so this is 95. He's 52. I mean, he's 52 years old in this movie. Shit. Not bad for a 50-year-old guy running around there.
No, not quite. No.
No, it wouldn't.
48.
48. So in 88, he would have been 40.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so 47?
47. Yeah, what am I? Sorry.
46? 46 when they filmed it?
Seems so young when we're like nearing 40 here.
Right.
You're like, oh man, only 46.
I'm having a very hard time looking at Bruce Willis, knowing that he's the same age here that I
But he looks
am
so
currently.
He looks so aged. Like he looks so much older.
Than me?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think so.
thanks.
Yeah. Like he looks older. I don't know what it is. Men just looked older.
Well, in the 70s, all women looked like they were 30 when they were
Sure.
in high school.
Yeah.
So,
And,
as we've discussed on a lot of commentaries.
and there was some interview with Bonnie Bedelia asking about her no longer being involved with the franchise, and she stuck it a little bit back to Bruce Willis, saying, "I probably look better than he does right now." She's about 71, and she looks very good for 71.
Does she really?
But she was talking about kind of like the double standard of like ageism in Hollywood. It's like, okay, it's fine for Bruce Willis at his age just to keep doing action movies and being a leading man, but for a woman of my age, like they don't want to bring me back and feature me in certain things.
Did she also not understand that this movie was based on another work that they just adapted?
This is something that was talked about very recently too. This is not like they interviewed her in
Oh,
'95.
I see,
This
I
is like
see.
the last couple of years from now.
I see.
So they opted not to bring her back? She didn't pull out?
I guess she refused to return or something.
This
like that, or
adaptation
turned it
doesn't
down.
call for a wife.
Right.
Well, there's the phone call later on where he calls Holly, and they just use some other voice actress and don't
Oh,
cut
I
the
see.
They didn't
character.
feature the voice on there? Can't remember.
They don't actually end up having a conversation, but I imagine if they would have gotten her and had at least enough of a scene that was worthwhile, they would have done something more with it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because they leave that whole thread dangling at the end of the movie.
Look at that mustache. In the background, guy.
Damn.
He doesn't
No, boy.
really know about how to use a gun.
You're telling me that a shop owner
fucking knee.
on 135th Street in Harlem doesn't know how to use a gun?
Maybe not a machine gun.
Maybe you're right.
It looks like a foreign machine gun too.
Oh well, that's the
It's a
thing.
European brand,
Right? You can't. Yeah.
Well, Sam Jackson hadn't watched the Girls with Guns video yet in Jackie Brown.
That's right. Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
You have to wait a few years,
Chicks
then he
with
would know all about
Yeah,
this stuff.
Girls with Guns is
Girls with Guns.
is a album by my friend Tommy Shaw.
Chicks with Guns.
Chicks with guns.
Chicks with Guns was Jackie Brown.
And there was Girls in Cars.
Right, that's
Strike Force.
Jimmy Hart. Right.
Here we go. Here we get the fuck out of this place. Man, the cross. Make it fun.
That's right. Hip hop.
Hip-hop.
What was big in '95 for hip hop?
I wouldn't have a
95.
clue.
I got 5 on it. or the Brat.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Remember the Brat?
Oh,
Snoop Dogg was going strong. Tupac.
Tupac was '95. Yeah, Tupac.
Tupac was flying.
Definitely Tupac and Biggie.
Here we go. You morons locked in a classroom. This guy, this big bastard.
oh, there we go.
That would hurt a little bit.
That's all right.
Didn't even sell
He
it.
no-sold it.
That's not enough. Yeah,
Jesus.
this isn't good as the Carl fight in the first one by any shot. Now,
No. But just no selling it.
yeah.
He's beat up. The blood.
Oh,
There we go. Get the giant off his feet. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's right. You got to work a knee or a leg.
All right, the kids are out.
I hate that woman.
I
hate that
Something
woman.
about her face.
I mean, she kind of looks like Kristen Wiig, but
Yeah, a little bit. Very 90s version. Kristen Wiig, a little older. Easy to keep going. This guy wants to be a hero.
she's also just always like pissed off, or-
Frustrated.
yeah, just gross.
That's what he wants to try again. Oh, look at this.
Ow!
whip him with
Chains.
the chain. It's like the mighty Hercules.
It's gotta hurt.
I was gonna say Piper and Valentine in '83.
Yeah. I met Piper one time and I talked to him about that match.
Did you really?
Yeah. And he says, all I got left from that match is just this ear. I can't hear a goddamn thing out of this ear anymore.
He did. He lost hearing.
Lost hearing. He said, all I got is the ear left. I can't hear nothing.
That's crazy.
He told me he loved me. He said, God bless me. He gave me a hug. It was great.
Aw.
It was
Oh,
the days before cell phone cameras. I didn't have a damn picture with him. But I got an autograph.
That's amazing.
God bless you, brother. I love you. The pipes. Love them. Just Alright.
Do we as the audience know what the code is now, or is there a riddle?
no,
or is
we
there
haven't.
any,
There was no riddle.
There's no-
riddle for this one.
there's nothing
No.
to, okay.
No. This one didn't tie in
Or
anything for them to figure out. It was more so that
It's
the bomb was there.
diversion.
yeah.
There's children there.
Don't say shit.
Maggie.
They're 8. You can't touch his ass either. That's a
Yeah.
lawsuit.
Now, holy crap.
Although, I mean, it's an ass movie, as we've previously discussed.
Tearing ass. Touching ass.
Sticking it up your ass,
There it
lighting
goes.
ass.
Oh,
That's it. The blending. There we go.
Gotta get off that roof.
They can't.
You gotta get
Or-
off that roof. That's another shit. You stop saying shit, Connie. God damn it.
That's it. You're dead.
Oh,
There you go.
did a little top dollar toot there.
There it is. The guts, no glory. That's it.
Stay on the line.
Should wait for that. This was.
Cut the red wire.
yeah. I think that was the thing. The bomb's not real.
Well, that's what we're gonna find out right now.
It's a fake.
It ended up being a fake. It was a diversion. But here you go. Syrup.
That's not pancake syrup.
Too watery for syrup.
No, that's like Kool-Aid.
I will say, well...
It was never... Here we go. Now here's your reveal.
There we go.
I think he said something like, I'm not a monster or something. There you go. Like, even though I work for monsters. That's a great line.
That's not... It is.
See, that's the thing. Like,
Oops.
There's Borga again.
It's a weird little tie-in. It's like... He still has, like, this weird, like, redemption. Like, I can't kill a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, all of these bad guys have some sort of, like, conscience threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird if they do everything else wrong.
Oh, well, you and I have talked about that, about the logic of killing kids is taboo.
Yeah.
And we could kill anybody and anything because we know it's fake.
Right.
But if we even talk about killing a kid, that's off limits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. Now that's not a Rolex.
No,
I can't tell. What the fuck do I know?
Definitely not.
Probably Omega or something.
That could be a, $32 Casio, as my guy Del Griffith tried to get a hotel room with.
There we go. Are you there, dear? Here comes
Is Jeremy Irons still with us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's still going. He makes a lot of art films now. He does a lot of Broadway, or not Broadway, like stage.
He played Alfred with opposite Ben Affleck's Batman recently.
Did he? Okay.
But that's closed off now.
He does a lot of stage, though, from what I understand. That's his main thing.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
He's got that presence.
My mother loves, like as I mentioned earlier, she's a big Jeremy Irons fan.
Fair.
She's like, he's just so classy.
Yeah.
So good.
He's very articulate.
Very articulate. He's a solid actor. He played a good
Yeah, we
lead villain
haven't
here.
talked a whole lot about him. I mean, I think the way he carries himself is very charismatic. There's a very engaging quality to how he performs the character.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you had to pick, who was your favorite? Do you like Hans better or Simon?
I think Hans has more to work with.
Hans, yeah.
There's more screen time for him.
Yeah. You're right. There wasn't a. That's very Sam Jackson line. You're right. He didn't have much screen time. He's on there, but there wasn't a shit ton of screen time for him.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I kind of like this almost sort of camaraderie between Simon and McClane. They have those little moments where it's like they're kind of amused back and forth about each other.
Yeah, it's a professional courtesy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just as bad. He's like, I'm as bad of a bad guy as you are a good guy.
Yeah.
There it is.
So the idea was to blow up the gold, right?
That's what he's told.
That he told them, but he's actually stolen the gold.
Yeah, and he's turned on his whole team.
And that kind of follows a little bit on, in a way, from Hans's idea in the first film where they blow up the roof thinking like, okay, if the FBI and the hostages and the terrorists all blow up in this one explosion, no one comes looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
In this situation, it's like, well, if the ship blows up with where they think all the gold is stored, they think everyone's fucked. Then they just slip out and disappear.
I know the family. You had one day with the brother. I wouldn't say you know the family, but like, I know the family. It's like, you had one night with the guy where you basically spend most of it killing his team. I know the family. I know how they think. Give me a break with that. You threw him off a damn roof.
Later this year, in '95, was The Usual Suspects.
Yes, indeed.
Where there was also a great line about how there was no... Was it Coke? There's no Coke on this boat?
There's no Coke. There's no fucking Coke.
And there's no gold on this boat.
I can't do a Gabriel Byrne.
There's no gold on this boat, and there's no fucking Coke on that boat.
Yeah. There's no dope on this boat.
Is it dope or Coke?
Oh, Chaz says there is no dope on that boat.
Okay,
Vern says there's no coke on the boat.
got it.
Burn.
Love me some Chaz Palminteri, man.
Chaz is great, man. What the hell is he doing now?
I don't know.
He like disappeared. I know he brought Bronx Tale to like stage,
Yeah.
and then that was the last I heard about him. It was like a very short run though. It was like a very limited run. I heard it was great though. I love the circling camera.
Uh-huh.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it adds such a nice element to it. Especially like now this like odd bonding that's happening in this time of like, we don't know if we're gonna live through this.
Yeah.
But like he's like asking about his personal life and things like that, and it's like, well, if we're gonna die together, I might as well know who you are.
Yeah. Hadn't talked to her in a year.
Yeah.
I They did-
McLean's not the stubborn bastard, too.
They did one whole back and forth there as one take, which
Yeah.
I thought was interesting.
That's great.
What did he drop?
Like the little pin he was using, a little piece of metal
Oh,
that he shaved off to pick the lock. That's it.
and he's gonna die with the boat?
That's what
He's
saying.
Captain Smith all of a sudden?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh,
Now
it's mixing! It's mixing!
Too bad this isn't pancake syrup, which looks like Kool-Aid consistency. Oh, he's gonna use the stuff. Yeah, that's smart. You remember?
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the leg or shot in the leg.
Sliced in the arm, shot in the
He
leg.
took a beating in this movie, man.
He has the biggest civil lawsuit against the New York
Oh, yeah.
coming up.
Holy shit! Because they involved him in the whole thing. I gotta say
Holy shit!
Yeah.
what was the shitty CGI? I didn't point it out because I think they cleaned it up a little bit. It was when they were descending on the wire, and the wire gets cut and they fly down. In the original version, it looked really bad. I think they cleaned it up a little bit because it didn't look as bad on this version. Like we didn't gawk at it. None of us said, "Oh, that's terrible."
I was too taken aback by the guy getting sliced in half.
Oh yeah, no, but I remember in the VHS version, it was very apparent how bad it was. It wasn't outwardly bad this time. So it's not over yet. I mean, they didn't catch, but they didn't catch the heels yet. Yeah, the headache. These stupid FBI guys. And that other guy with those frames. Very 90s frames.
There's not a lot to talk about here.
No, I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
they're kind of, it's like the calm before like the final wave. He gave him a quarter, he's still calling him collect. How about that? What a jerk.
Yeah.
You call your wife collect to apologize? Son of a bitch, had aspirin. There you go. It's an odd calm at this point
Right.
because like if you're watching it for the first time, you're thinking,
You
wait,
kind of feel like it's over.
yeah, because
Right.
they didn't catch anybody.
Right. And this is actually a reshot ending.
Was it really?
Are you guys at all familiar with the original ending?
No.
No.
Well, basically, the whole thing you don't have any of the stuff we just saw with the cops congregating, all that stuff. Basically, it comes down. It's a much darker ending where McClane gets blamed for everything and gets kicked out of the police force, and then ends up hunting Simon through Europe and everything until he finds him, and then plays this game of Russian roulette with one of the rocket launchers they had, and he basically blows them away out of sense of revenge.
I feel like that's like a whole enough for another movie altogether, though. That's a lot to say. Like
for a coda, you know.
I feel like that's a lot. How do you even put that as an ending?
Yeah,
that's
it's played film. Much darker. Basically, like it's almost is vindictive and malicious on McClane's part, which really doesn't entirely fit with his character. And them going off and saying like they thought McClane was in on it and all this type of stuff, and you get blamed for the entire situation. That doesn't fit with the story. That doesn't fit with these cops. None of it makes any. The idea doesn't make sense. Some people kind of like the ending because it is kind of a diversion for the franchise to make it feel a little bit different. But
and was this
I don't
just
think it would have
like
played
screen
well.
tested?
This was fully shot. It's on the disc.
Oh, really?
They test screened it.
And it's available on this disc?
On this disc on YouTube. I shared it last night if you want to check it out afterwards.
I do want to check it out.
Yeah.
Everyone check out the YouTube channel here.
Yeah, interesting.
Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out.
Yeah. I put it on my Facebook. So
all right. Everyone go to Nick's Facebook page and peep that alternate ending. That calendar had a barge ship on it, like a freighter. Oh, let's make sweet love.
She doesn't even look interested in having sex.
No.
She looks so uninterested in the whole thing.
She's too cool for it.
She did smile one time. Mm-hmm. Not during the sex.
No.
You'll have to... Quebec's largest truck stop.
Quebec.
Why would he have already had the...
She's so pissed. She's like, I was just getting some after all this crap.
Is his penis still inside of her at this point while she's shooting the gun?
I don't think he'd taken off his pants
yet.
Oh,
okay. How would he have already had the bottle of aspirin from the truck stop in Quebec?
Well, they had to obviously be out here to set all this stuff up.
All right.
A base of operations.
But again, it's like 6 hours away.
Oh.
I like that he's just an expert and he's just along for the ride.
Oh, yeah. He's just in.
Like, at what point would the civilian be allowed to continue on the journey? Probably not, right?
No.
Like, he would have, in real life, would have left this scenario, like, hours ago.
Well, they wouldn't have even involved in it. They're like, okay, you can go to the hospital now.
Right.
You don't need to fly in the helicopter. You're not a cop.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He would have been not involved, like,
they would have
halfway through the movie.
When they first went to the police station after the initial incident in Harlem. That's where they would have stopped.
Right.
No, but then, I'm sorry, wait, hold on. Simon did say bring the civilian with you.
He did.
So you had to involve him. But at this point, there's no reason.
No.
I do feel like having the movie end on the ship in some fashion.
Yeah, would have been,
and then, had that little scene on the boat with the whatever.
Yeah.
Call your wife.
Yeah.
Like, that should have been the end.
It ends on the phone call.
Yeah. That should have been the end of this movie.
Yeah. Because we got the peak, then we got a valley, then we got another peak, and then our valley, then we're now back up to a peak again.
Which is fine, but it's just, I feel like it's 10, 15 minutes too long.
Right.
Too much.
Right.
They went to the well one too many times, as Gorilla would say.
Yep.
Heavens to Betsy. Let's just end this.
Yeah.
Heavens to Betsy. It's an odd second wave. You're right. Like I felt like I got my calm on the boat.
Well, we ended.
We ended, and to go back, it's like a weird like they thought about like wait, we're really gonna wrap this up, guys. We gotta film another scene.
There should have been like the explosion on the boat, then kind of like maybe another like a chase on the water or something like that. And then you take them out or something like that.
Yeah, there's just got to be some way for these two to have their final confrontation on the boat.
Yeah,
you know, even as Sam Jackson's still tied up or whatever. Something,
yeah.
But meanwhile, he's going to shoot down a helicopter with his handgun.
But even then, you said the whole thing is like, okay, the gold's not here, we transport somewhere else, then you'd also have to tie up that end of where they took the actual gold. Mm-hmm. So,
I don't know.
There are just a tad bit too many plot elements in places that kind of like, there's a little...
But this is such
why couldn't the gold just have been on the boat?
Right.
Like, why?
But then there's no reason to blow it up if the gold's on the boat. So...
There's just like there's such a heavy
you gotta
scene.
kind of jump around and kind of untangle some things if you want to rejigger it.
The story about
Sail
that's bad.
Yeah.
The story about blowing up the boat to make all the Europeans more money, to like kill the gold market or whatever. That
maybe
like couldn't that just have been enough? Oh, stop it.
They had to throw that in there.
Get out of here.
I mean, it just became like your patented dynamite type of line. They had to throw it here. I don't know. Weird. We could have ended it on the boat. The gold could have been on the boat, could have ended on the boat, and they would have thwarted them there.
Go down the valley, then it's a little bit, a quick peak, and then we're back down again.
Right.
So
yeah.
it just...
Way too odd for that
The ebb and flow is off.
Yeah. They got plenty of quarters, guys.
Yeah, but it's Canada now.
Yeah, they need a loony.
Oh no, he's going to go for it anyway.
And
but then
you do it here.
We're out, but that still leaves it a little bit kind of up in the air for the audience. Like, okay, yeah, he's calling her, but we're not getting that moment to feel the reconnection.
Yeah. Right.
Now this is an odd ending. Like,
right.
I mean, maybe I shouldn't say odd. It's just like it's almost funny in a way. Like he just ends with him on the phone trying her again after like blowing up a damn helicopter. I guess it's very McLean.
Yeah.
It's a very 20th Century Fox type ending. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's elements about it that are super fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, yeah. Graham Greene got pretty high billing in this.
Colleen Camp.
That was her. Larry Bergman is the...
that was Colleen Camp the whole time?
You know her from something?
She was in Clue.
Yeah, she's
Holy
made
crap,
Clue.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Son of a bitch.
She's Peacock.
No. Colleen Camp is...
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not... You're
Colleen
right.
Camp is Yvette.
The Yvette the maid, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard...
You're right. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
I heard one or two things about Clue. Either they're remastering it.
Nope, they're redoing it.
Redoing it?
Yeah, it's a remake.
It's a remake. I heard something about
They've been developing a remake for a couple of years and it's been going nowhere.
Gotcha, okay.
It's supposed to be a rated R version.
Oh, of course. I haven't seen the original in a long time. I'd like to watch it again. Do you have that?
We did a commentary on it.
Did you do it? I missed it.
Did that, yeah.
Oh, you did? Damn. I'd like to watch that.
Watch it with our commentary.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to.
Fisherman John McTiernan Sr.
Radio DJ Elvis Duran.
Elvis Duran.
It just sounds like a fake name to me. You took Elvis Presley and Duran and smashed them together. Where do you come up with that?
I think he was a real DJ, Elvis Duran.
It's a terrible name.
Flip the Subway Man.
Charisma.
I didn't know it was there, yeah. Elvis Duran was a real guy. Fat Larry Loomis. Who the heck? Was it Larry? Was Larry Fat Larry, the truck driver? Wasn't he Larry?
No, it's Jerry.
Jerry. Who the hell was Fat Larry Loomis? When did I hear that?
I don't know.
Fat Larry Loomis.
We also missed Carl, Damien Demento.
Yeah. Crazy.
We got to go back and figure out who Carl was.
Nuts. Well, Good.
But,
I like this one a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I always, and I think the first 3 are great. I really do like.
How do you feel about the 4th one?
I didn't. I watched it. It left me with nothing. I only watched it once.
I also watched it once in the theater,
Yeah.
and I was entertained.
Yeah.
I didn't love it or hate it. I was
Same.
middle of the road.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
I never went. I never watched it again to reabsorb it. Just
I feel like maybe we should all watch it independently and
Yeah.
then regroup for a commentary.
I'm not
Maybe we
opposed
could
to
leave. We could leave it up to
fine,
the
yeah.
audience.
Maybe it leaves us with something this time. You know, because they end up doing what, 6 total?
I think there's 5.
What?
5.
Yeah, there's 5 movies.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Cool. Today it's a good day to die hard. Right.
another
I heard that one's atrocious.
a good day to
bad.
die
A
hard.
good day to
I
die
think
hard.
maybe. I don't know.
I've heard that's terrible.
That's the
So
5th
that's
one.
that
Yeah.
5. So is
Yeah.
there a 6 then or no? Am
I
No.
don't think so.
They're trying to do like a prequel thing now. I don't care. I'm not
well,
interested.
what do you? How do you prequel? Like it's
It's like 1979 John McClane.
a younger John
It's
McClane.
like
Okay.
Die Hard 0 or something. They've been trying to do this for like 6 years. It's not going anywhere.
Well, I can't imagine. I mean, it would have to be like his rookie season in New York or
Yeah,
something, and he
or
thwarts
whoever
some
it
sort
is.
of whatever.
Pointless.
Right, because you can't.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. And box office wise, the first movie made about 140 million worldwide. Second film made 240 million. This one made about 360 million.
Oh,
So-
wow. So the brand is what's selling it. This
Right.
point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, 2 people coming off of Pulp Fiction
Yeah.
too, probably. You know.
And it was nice watching the trailer. They actually pinpoint that this is John McTiernan directing. It's the guy who did the first film. He's done Predator. He's done Hunt for October. Aside from like a little misstep in between, like he did like Medicine Man with Sean Connery. Didn't
Yeah.
really do much. They're saying this is the guy who did the first film. You're going to come back for this. So they're made a very specific point in the marketing and say, this is who we have involved this time.
I still say after doing our commentary for part 2, I think 2 was absolutely phenomenal. Action wise, in your face constantly.
And aside from like the snow, whatever it is,
The snowmobile.
snowmobile chase stuff, most of it keeps the momentum up.
More than the other.
More than
3.
this one, I think.
I still don't know how they got all that equipment into the future home of the daycare
Yeah.
center.
It's a little much. But how would you rank the villains, guys?
1 to
Oh.
3. Oh man. Interesting.
That it's tough
I
because
wanna-
I mean the nostalgia factor of Hans.
Yeah.
You know, Hans is such an iconic character.
Right.
You default to that by
You default,
sometimes,
but is
yeah.
he really the best? You know, I mean, as far as planning and cunning and coordination, this guy here, this Gruber is
Yeah.
Simon? Yeah.
Simon is probably the most well thought out.
Yeah.
But as far as evil goes, I'd say the guy from 2, right?
Yeah.
And the fucker's just blowing
Yeah.
up planes.
Yeah.
Pick a number
2
and all
was-
the
Yeah, Colonel Stewart.
Stewart.
Stewart was the most like ruthless out of all.
Right. I mean, he's probably the worst villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The number
The most
1 heel.
condemnable one of them all.
Right.
I think Stewart for 2. I think it's like I said. I keep going back to
Is
it.
2 the best? Are we saying 2 is the best
From an
Die Hard?
action point of view, I think 2 is the best from action because it's nonstop.
Yeah.
1 is great from a
Storytelling?
storytelling, a
I think-
suspenseful point of view. Also,
Right.
the suspense is
I feel
amazing.
like 1 is the best story.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
this is I like
one
this
does.
for me.
I think one does the most character work of them all.
yes. I like this one a lot because it's well, the difference is there's daytime in this one
Right.
Right.
Like I said from the beginning, it's a different feel altogether.
altogether.
You know what? I think I'm going to go in order. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1 3.
Okay. I'm good with that.
That's me, and it's close.
Mhm.
Very close between 1 and 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say that 3 is bad by any
No,
means.
not at all.
Yeah.
It's like, if their percentages, grade letter grades, then this one's a B plus, and
Yeah.
two's an A minus,
Right.
and 1's an A.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. They're very, very close.
And there's
For
a
me.
lot of things going from like 1990 to 95. You've got Under Siege and a whole bunch of other stuff that's kind of trying to replicate the formula of the
Yeah.
original Die Hard, that you can see how they want to go off and kind of do something a little bit fresher and everything, not just do the same confined space, stuff like that, all that type of stuff. So they want to
agree.
Well, I'd love to
entertain a
see.
different dynamic.
I'd love for anybody that watches along to, in the comments section, maybe just rank your three. What order?
The first three films, yeah.
Put your order down. Mine is going to be 1, 2, 3 in order.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I'm in the same boat too.
Yeah. Okay.
Just rank them. It's 1, 2, 3, and I wonder.
Yeah.
I'm curious if people would be different. I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. So
Cool.
thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back with other great stuff in 2-man pairs, but we'll eventually get around to more 3-man stuff
Yeah,
in the coming months.
sounds good.
All right.
So
See you
thanks
then.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.